The Arizona sun beat down hard on the deserted highway. Darius Cole, tall, broad, muscles tight under his black fitted shirt, leaned against his dusty Dodge Charger. His frame screamed power, but the sneer from the young white cop circling his car said otherwise. Nice muscles, big guy, the cop smirked, sunglasses reflecting the heat waves off the asphalt. Too bad that doesn't stop you from being just another black man stranded in my town. Darius didn't flinch. His jaw set like stone, eyes hidden behind dark lenses. In his hand, a simple care package, canned food, medical supplies, for the remote veteran shelter 2 miles down the road. The cop circled closer, knife flashing. With one quick jab, he punctured the rear tire. The hiss of air escaping cut through the silence like a snake's warning. Oops, the cop shrugged. Guess you're stuck here now. But what Darius did next? It silenced even the desert wind. Darius squatted beside the deflated tire, calm. His strong hands traced the rubber, expression unreadable. The officer chuckled, spitting gum onto the scorched ground. Let me guess, the cop taunted, Delta Airlines? No. Just another lost bodybuilder who wandered too far from the gym. Darius stood slowly, his broad shoulders casting a long shadow. The officer's hand hovered near his belt, not reaching for the gun yet, but itching for power. Across the road, an old tow truck rumbled to a stop. Lisa Parker stepped out, blonde ponytail damp with sweat, rescue uniform wrinkled. Her eyes flicked from the slashed tire to Darius's unreadable face. You called for help? She asked. Before Darius could answer, the officer snapped, not your concern, lady. But Lisa noticed the badge, the aggression, the subtle tremor in Darius's clenched fist. And she pressed record on her phone. The radio crackled. The officer's voice oozed false authority. Disturbance reported, he said, loud enough for Lisa and passing drivers to hear. Black male. Possibly aggressive. Suspected armed. Darius's jaw clenched. His pulse didn't race, years of covert operations taught him that. But deep inside, that old weight pressed on his ribs. Memories of deserts not so different from this one. Orders. Screams. Friends who never made it home. Lisa's brows knitted. I'm filming this, she warned. The cop barked a laugh. You think your little video's gonna save him? Moments later, sirens wailed. A second patrol car skidded to a halt. 2 more officers approached, hands hovering over their holsters. Darius exhaled. You really want to play this game? He asked, voice low, dangerous. But none of them, not Lisa, not the cocky young cop, had any idea who they were messing with. The black SUV rolled in like a silent threat. No sirens. No markings. Just presence. Doors clicked open. A sharp-dressed man in tactical black stepped out, silver lapel pin gleaming. His eyes locked onto Darius, but there was no hostility. Only recognition. Target located, the man spoke into a discreet earpiece. Commander Cole confirmed. Alive. Unharmed. The cocky young officer's face drained of color. Commander, he repeated, voice cracking. The man's lips curled into something colder than a smile. Delta Force. You know, the guys who don't officially exist. The surrounding officers froze, confusion and fear creeping in. Lisa's phone kept rolling. Darius adjusted his shirt, revealing a small, faded tattoo on his bicep, the unmistakable Delta emblem. For the first time all day, the highway went dead silent. The SUV door swung open again. The suited man nodded toward the young cop. Get in, he ordered. The officer hesitated. But beneath the desert sun, stripped of false bravado, his authority crumbled. Wordlessly, he obeyed. Darius didn't gloat. He didn't raise his voice. He simply turned to Lisa. Thanks for filming, he said. "Are you really Delta?" she whispered. "Was," Darius corrected, tossing the keys to her. But some fights don't end. Minutes later, Lisa's truck towed Darius's Charger down the highway. The desert stretched endless, but the weight on his chest lighter now. Weeks after, at the veteran shelter, Darius unloaded supplies. No speeches. No headlines. Just quiet strength. Because dignity? It never needed a badge. Darius Cole's story reminds us, true strength doesn't always shout, sometimes, it simply stands its ground. Even when faced with humiliation, prejudice, or lies, dignity speaks loudest through quiet resolve. His silence wasn't weakness. It was power, the kind that exposes those who abuse theirs. Never underestimate who you're trying to tear down, they might have carried more than scars into that fight. If this racist story moved you, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more. Your voice matters.